Suicide is the second leading cause of death for Native American youth between the ages of 15 and 24. This is 2.5 times the national rate. This made us wonder, what aspects of modern Native American life contribute to the higher suicide rates of their youth? Health issues, intergenerational trauma, and poor conditions inside reservations are all aspects of Native American life that may contribute to elevated suicide rates of their youth. Native American youth are more vulnerable to substance abuse and even suffer from mental illness. They also deal with intergenerational trauma as aspects of their culture are degraded through generations, affecting the lives of their youth. Living inside reservations, Natives experience poverty, poor living conditions, and a lack of opportunity. The reported rate of binge alcohol use over the past month was higher among American Indians and Alaskan Natives than the national average. Additionally, Native American youth are twice as likely to be exposed to substance abuse than other groups. This high substance use leads to suicide and heightens feelings of depression. The reported rate of binge alcohol use over the past month was higher among American Indians and Alaskan Natives than the national average. Additionally, Native American youth are twice as likely to be exposed to substance abuse than other groups. This high substance use leads to suicide and heightens feelings of depression. Not only this, but 28.3% of American Indians were in poverty in 2014, the highest of any ethnic group. Additionally, Native unemployment rates are at more than 70%, higher than any other race in the U.S., and poverty rates are at more than 50%. Many Native children are burdened with the mindset that their future holds less potential than that of another race. Because of the high school graduation rate inside reservations for Native Americans being only 67%, they often lack the skills and training needed for many professions. It is no secret that Native Americans have suffered a history of violence and wrongful treatment within the United States. As a result, intergenerational trauma suggests that past generations' negative experiences carry on to later ones and take a large emotional toll on Native American youth. A new branch of science, known as epigenetics, has begun to draw connections between psychological and traumatic experiences that result in loss of culture and identity. They are carried throughout generations and make Native Americans prone to mental illnesses. They have a 2.3% higher rate of exposure to trauma, twice the rate of neglect and abuse, and at times their levels of PTSD are comparable to Afghanistan veterans. Federal government's policies don't necessarily alleviate these conditions, and many times worsen them. Inside Indian country, the land is communally owned. This leads to what's called the tragedy of the commons. If everyone owns the land, no one does. As no one invests, the land is worn down and left untreated, which leads to poor quality of life. In the end, a trail of broken promises and the lack of will to fix them incite a feeling of isolation and sadness within Native American youth that is sometimes too deeply interwoven to be swiftly fixed.